I doubt it. I don't know that anybody comes back and watches these replays. I hope they do, but if they don't, that's cool. Feeling good. Investments are doing great today, although it started out really rocky today. In fact, I'm getting ready to make another buy. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. On this particular one. Feels good. And I didn't know what to title this thing. But it came to me as I was taking the thumbnail for the stream, and I'm sorry if the audio is really bad. I got the AC running right behind the phone, basically. Anyway, I was reminded when I was taking the thumbnail of this video of what someone said, and they called me a Klingon or a Crypto Clingon or something. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I laughed, so they probably didn't mean it as a nice thing. They probably meant it as like an insulting thing or whatever. But I laughed so hard because I see what they're saying. I mean, look at my forehead. I can't fault them. I would have laughed too. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this video was from forever ago. I don't know that I'm gonna find it. You'll have to. Oop, light's really bad down there, isn't it? I would say I'm wasting everybody's time, but right now there's like nobody in there watching, so it's totally cool. Getting close. Maybe. Heck up. I don't release but like a video or two a day. Why is it taking this long? I'm sitting here scrolling. I might have scrolled past it. No, I don't think I did yet. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I want to see. I don't know. I laughed so hard at what he said that it inspired me to make a new channel. Surely I didn't do this before. Maybe I did. No. It's got to be after that. So many comments. I guess I'm glad I'm not one of those giant channels where people are commenting like hundreds of times a day or whatever. Or hundreds of times per video. Or I would literally never find this comment. But I want to find what he said. It was probably something really simple, but I trumped it up in my head. Dude was basically calling me a Klingon. And I totally see it. I feel like I sound all off right now because my throat's a little sore and a little swollen, which is really ironic because I was just talking with a friend of mine about how I don't get sick anymore. And I'm not really sick. What I think it is I had a friend come over this weekend, and for the first time in forever and a day, I was drinking sodas, or pops if you're up in the north, and you're old, like me. I was drinking some sodas, some Coca-Cola, and I guess I drank one a little too fast or something. I don't really exactly know, but the short answer is, hang on. I think I need to buy this investment back sooner than I want to. Looks like it might be getting ready to moon. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy it back. Let's cancel that. back at an ever so slight increase, or decrease rather, so we get an itsy bitsy profit. Hey, you're watching the Crypto Klingon, and I'm doing, this is like the second or third phone stream, I don't know, but you see why they call me the Crypto Klingon, right? This is a whole new origin story, and I'm trying to find the comment from this guy who, I think he was doing it as an insult. What up, Hangway? Crypto Klingon, that's right. What are you using to buy it? Third phone stream. Oh, good call. What do you mean, what am I using to buy it? Right now, I'm using USDT, with basically US dollars tethered. So it's essentially dollar for dollar. And it's almost down. I mean, I could buy it right now. I think it's going to go up. I think I should buy it right now. I don't know. Hey, wifey. There's wifey in the background. This is how I sneak her into the streams right here. Just like this. This is how I do it. All right, you want to go up or down?
Down.
Oh, didn't even catch that. All right, that's enough of that. You think this thing's going down?
It looks down.
Yeah. Our investments are up right now, thanks to Bitcoin going for a loop and going flying. And then the government, of all things, let's see. Ooh, hang on. There we go.
A bunch of messages.
Yeah, Hangway's talking with me. You can tell how crypto is going to move with computer processors. Yes. In fact, there's a whole lot of people doing new crypto farms. In Pennsylvania, there was a new, like, multi-million-dollar Bitcoin farm just put into place, which that's one of the biggest that they've done. So the halving for Bitcoin just moved up. It was in May, and then they put some new ones up in, I don't remember where, Montana or something, and then the speculatory increase moved it from May to April, and now we're thinking March is when the halving's going to be. At least that's how I base my buying NVIDIA stock. I look at crypto and just buy when crypto goes up. Actually, that's a really clever idea. You have NVIDIA stock? Because a lot of people are using GPUs to farm it. I'm trying to find that comment. I don't remember when it was, and I'm having trouble finding it, of the guy who ended up calling me a Klingon. And I can't find it. Hangway, you're really good at figuring this stuff out. Maybe you can find where that comment's at. I bet you could. I think it was when I was sharing the love, money-wise. I don't want to say the G word on stream because apparently YouTube hates that shit. Yeah, I don't remember. Hang on, did you say anything else? Top chat. Oh yeah, you going to look for it now? Heck yeah, man, you're doing good then with your NVIDIA stocks. Stonks. I feel like I'm all stuffed up sounding. Like I said, I don't think it's because I'm getting sick. And the irony is, I was just telling a buddy of mine how since I started drinking Healing Springs water and just basically drinking nothing but water, I don't get sick anymore. You nerd, you turned off comments for live streams? What, I did? No, I didn't. I see that comment. How did I turn off? No, they're there. Past live streams. Oh, I did? It wasn't a stream anyway. It was a video. But I didn't realize I did that. you. The comment was in the Moon live stream 3 days ago. No. Not the Klingon comment. No, it wasn't. Someone called me a Klingon. Like one of the earliest messages or videos I ever did about crypto. I think it was back when I said I was going to take my tax return and put it into cryptocurrency. Someone said something about me being a Klingon, and I was like, what? I'm sure they meant it as a jab or as an insult or whatever, but I busted out laughing because, look, I'm not oblivious to this. I can totally see it, all right? Now I'm trying to find that comment, and I don't remember when it was, or maybe they removed it. I didn't remove it because I don't, unless it's something like really inappropriate, I don't remove comments. You guys can share the love, you can share the hate. Obviously, I prefer the love, but whatever. I think love is the strongest frequency. I don't remember when that comment was. No, it was not on a live stream. I'm telling you, it was on one of the videos. That arm's getting tired. I'm going to switch arm. It was on one of my videos. And it was an old one, like a month or so ago. Hang on, I need to pull up my my trades, too, because I got to keep an eye on that. I got one that I'm getting ready to buy back into soon, trademark. And I'm thinking about... No, I'm not going to do it. I was about to say, I'm thinking about selling Bitcoin and buying, scalping it for a tiny little short, but it's making what's called a bull flag right now. Here, I'll show you. This is on the 3-minute chart, and I'll pull it up over here. Ooh, boy, look at all my dirty drawings. I don't know if can you guys see that on the phone okay, or is it like really bad on the phone? I should probably just be doing the stream like from my computer, but I'm being lazy, I guess. I haven't set up all that stuff really to do streaming with. I mean, maybe I will soon. Oh, I'm showing off the Klingon bald spot real good from this angle, ain't it? Anywho, I'm going to go back trying to find that comment because I'd like to pin it. Sounds so bad, right? I'm pinning a comment of some guy trying to insult me. But it made me laugh so hard. That's not it. Moana? Oh, I love Moana. Yeah, so shiny. Man, I'm gonna sound like such a freaking kid or something, but I like a lot of the Disney movies. I was just talking with a buddy of mine on Facebook today about like an underappreciated Disney gem from forever ago, and that was a Goofy movie. And that's an old movie. It's about Goofy and his son Max, and I'm telling you, like, that movie had a good soundtrack, a good story. The artist's style was the old-fashioned, like you could tell it was drawn onto the little clear plastic sheets and da-da-da-da. It was the old-fashioned, no, not Goof Troop, a Goofy movie. Look it up. It's an old one. I think it was in the 90s. Might have been early 2000s, but I'm pretty sure it was the 90s. God, I feel like my throat's just swollen up so bad that I'm having do I sound different, baby, or do I sound normal? Like, how do I sound when I'm talking? A little nasal. It's kind of what I thought. With the dancing fishing rod? Yeah, that wasn't Goof Troop. That was a Goofy movie. Dad, do the perfect cast. It was literally called a Goofy movie. Look it up. That thing had a great soundtrack. That thing was great. Like, it was an underappreciated Disney gem, okay? It was a beautiful movie. Maybe this guy insulted me when I was trying to do the, No, I don't think it was when I was trying to share the love. Trying to offer you guys some of the financial advice without the advice, if you know what I'm saying. Not trying to say that G word, because YouTube really doesn't like that G word. God, it doesn't take much to mess with the lighting on this thing, right? Like down here? Oh, this ain't so bad. Although now I'm blinding you guys. Get wrecked! Come down here. Probably look all dark. Up here, look normal, I guess. You see the big old bags under my eyes. I still don't sleep well. But I'm improving. I'm losing weight. I'm getting healthier. You only doing crypto or any other type of investments? Several other types of investments, actually. We are looking to buy a rental property from a friend of ours. We're keeping our eye out for other rental properties. We're looking to buy a couple of what I call stale or boring businesses. And we've already started one. What?
You're a stale business.
Laundromats and vending businesses are stale and boring, I'm sorry, but they are profitable and they can be almost autonomous. So, we're looking to buy a couple of businesses like that. Rental properties. I've got some stocks, although I'm being very careful. It's currently crashing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm the only kind of house I'm buying right now is based on seller financing, because I know the person, and even if I'm making other offers, it's still seller finances. It's currently crashing too. Yeah, no, the stock market that's why I'm being very careful about my stock investments. I've got some stocks, but I am very confident that we're going to have a huge crash and we're going to be suffering through a bit of a recession soon. If not a recession, then a full-on depression. So, like, I'm very confident that we're in for some rough economic waves in the future. So I'm not really going very hard into stocks right now, because I think we're gonna be able to buy good stocks at a premium, or good stocks at a basically on sale later. Man, I can't find that dude's comment. I really wanted to find that comment. If it does crash, crypto is either going to skyrocket or go kaput. Well, let me put it this way. There's always that risk, right? If I lost everything I put in crypto, my heart would sink, but we would be okay. Like, it would hurt my feelings something awful. But we would survive and we would be okay. But with banks crashing and falling apart and coming down all around us or whatever, I think that there's a better chance that the crypto market is going to decouple. And it's already sort of shown signs of decoupling away from the rest of the market. Oh, I should have rebought that right now. I still have an opportunity to. And I still think it's going to go down. So anyway, and the stocks themselves are going to be crashing. The dollar is basically done for. I can't say it's going to die this year or next year, even in the next few years. Hell, it might even take a decade or more. But the US dollar is essentially done for. There was a tweet that just went out today about how Argentina just started doing business with China primarily, which wasn't anything new, but now they're not using the dollar to do business with them. Over the last either week or month or whenever it was, I don't remember which, 19 more countries applied to join the BRICS nations to get out of the US dollar. The US dollar there's three ways to get out of this at this point, right? There is default. America doesn't want to do that, so we're going to do everything we can to not default. There is war, which is a scary alternative, but I don't think it's going to come up to that. The yen is going to be a nice dollar to switch to. You mean yen, like Japanese yen, or yuan, like Chinese dollar? Because that's called a yuan. And I don't know that I'd switch to either of those. But the yen is doing pretty well, you're not wrong. So anyway, there's defaulting on our loan. There is war. That's a way out of it, sort of. And then there's what I think is going to happen is we're going to continue to raise the debt ceiling and print our dollar down to zero. Basically hyperinflation. And we're sort of already seeing signs of it. Some people say it's already starting. I mean, over the last 3 years. There it is! I found the comment! It was on Crispy Chicken. I thought it was on one of the crypto videos, but it's on Crispy Chicken. And he says, Caucasian Klingon. Glenn Clark. I'm pinning it. Hang on. How do I pin it from here? Can I pin it from here? Remove, report. Oh, boy, that really messes with the lighting over there. Crypto Chicken? No, it was a Crispy Chicken video. Me and my wife were eating chicken. And I guess I had a bunch of crumbs in my beard, and she thought it was funny. Hang on. I'll just go to that video. And how do I go to that video from here? I don't know. Oh, no, I lost it. I know what video it is, so now I can go find it easy. So, Crispy Chicken. Where it, well, I thought I could find it. Well, I'm really bad at this. Is it on this page? Did I skip it? No. Surely not. Now I imagine I look like hell right now. I've had a busy, exhausting, I've been sweating all day, working out in the yard some. But whatever. I didn't want to do no content for today. I wanted to do something. Because I've been doing kind of bad the last few days, being real busy and tired and working a bunch, and then not doing a video. What the hell channel is it on? It's on my channel. It's a short video. It's one of the shorts. And it's called Crispy Chicken. Not Crypto Chicken, but Crispy Chicken. What?
Crypto Chicken.
That's what he asked. Is it Crypto Chicken?
That's your new...
No. I went ahead and reserved the name Crypto Clingon because as I was getting the thumbnail for this video, it was going to be an hour earlier. Shorts don't pop up in the search engine. What? They should. Oh, I'm probably blinding you guys again with that light. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at this phone stuff. But I'm working on it. Where is the Crispy Chicken video? Now I can't find it. Was it before all of these? Oh, what's up? We got someone new here watching. Who else is with us? Don't be a lurker. Different search engine, not Google, or that it's comment searcher I use. There's a comment searcher? What? You're teaching me stuff. Of course, that's usually how it is. That's why I love my community. I'm always learning stuff from you guys. I might teach you guys from stuff from time to time, and I'm really happy to do that. But I'm always learning from you guys, too. Especially you, Hangway. Even though you're kind of a troll a lot of the time, I'm always learning crap from you.
Was it short?
Yeah, it was a short. Itty bitty napkins.
I found it.
You found it?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah.
Okay, wifey's sending me the video. Where? Oh, there it is. I was in the wrong thing. Yeah, see, there it is. Shorts Inception. I'm not going to make you guys watch that. It probably looks like horrible. Oh, that's why I couldn't pin it, because I had my own comment pinned already. I'm going to unpin that one. I'm going to pin his comment. There. I am pinning his... Oh, now it went away. What the heck did I just do? Let's refresh. Go to comments. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if it's showing well. I'm sorry if it's not. But the dude called me a Caucasian Klingon. And I'm not blind to the fact that I got a big old forehead, right? I thought that was hilarious. I'm sure he meant it as an insult. Or maybe he didn't, I don't know. We can see it. Oh, good. He probably meant it as an insult or whatever.
Daddy,
What, honey?
what can they see?
Oh, the fact that I was showing that I was pinning the comment. Yeah, I'm not biased. Like, if someone wants to say something mean, I prefer it if they share the love. But if they're gonna be mean or whatever, I'm cool with it. It was funny. I laughed. I laughed hard. All right, so I'm seeing a possible shoulder head into another shoulder forming here, which is a reversal pattern. And this is on one of my coins that I opted into very early. It's called Chain GPT. It's probably just them trying to get onto that whole Chat GPT hype or whatever. But it allegedly uses Chain GPT for something. I forgot. I went and looked up what the coin was for. And I was like, that looks like a pretty decent one. And I bought into it at, I don't know, 12 cents or something like that. Or, yeah, 12 cents. And now it got up to 14.4 today. So that's a profit. And right now it's at like 13.3. And I just sold because I expect it to go back down a little bit based on the reversal pattern that's forming. And see, I'm seeing that a little too early because that also could be that's a bull flag forming. But if it goes another shoulder, see, a bull flag be the length of the pole, and then it starts coming down here with slightly lower highs, slightly lower lows. That's a bull flag. It's a descending wedge. And if it does that, there's a 68% chance for it to break to the upside. So if it starts forming that bull flag, when it comes down here in the second rung, because I don't want to miss out on it, maybe the third rung, I would go ahead and buy back into it and wait for the uptrend. Again, I don't know if you guys can see that really well. Hopefully you can. I don't know. I've been learning technical analysis from one of the masters. At least I consider him a master in the art. He's been trading for over 15 years, trading gold and silver and stocks and now crypto. He got into crypto in 2016, I think he said. But he's been selling for the last 15 years. In the technical chart style way, I guess, through either stocks or gold. He was doing gold for a while, and silver, precious metals, and then stocks, and then now crypto. And the dude's gone from basically nothing to a millionaire. So yeah, I take his classes. I'm in his trading group. He's a really good guy. It's not free by any stretch of the imagination, but it's totally worth it, I think. And his name is Crypto Lifer or Sam Price. So if you're into this kind of stuff, learning technical analysis from him is good. But I'm going to be starting to do some videos like this, I think, sometime pretty soon too. The difference is I'll be trying to teach what I'm learning because I'm still new. I'm not like charging for it or whatever. So you guys can learn potentially from me for free, That's the thought behind it anyway. It gives me a way to connect with you guys and help spread the word and teach. So that way more people can become financially free. Because I think that's kind of important. I think, do I get a discount for being a long sub? How do you discount free? Am I going to pay you to teach you? No, that ain't going to work. Discount. Yeah, you can have a discount. We'll say 100% off. That is your discount, Hangway. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. 100% off. That's what we'll say. Do you see the chat on the live stream, or is that just on my end? I imagine that's just on my end, unless I set it up to show the chat on the phone. I ought to start doing these streams on my computer so I can actually start breaking down the charts a little bit too, and kind of using some of what I've learned. But this dude sees so much more than I do. And that's good because I'm learning from him and learning to see more. So, I'm learning the technical chart analysis, and I think this is going to be a reversal pattern on Chain GPT. See, I see the shoulder head and the shoulder. That shoulder is pretty far extended, so it's a complex shoulder, head, and shoulder. And I think it's going to be a reversal pattern, but if it's not going to be a reversal pattern, then it could be starting to form a bull flag right now. So I sold out of it. And if it looks like it's going to form a bull flag, then on the second or third rung of the bull flag, I'm going to buy back into it and enjoy the nice gains. Either way, I've made gains on it, so yay for that. That's one. And Pepe, I'm telling you what, Pepe is consolidating nicely. Yes, I'm not kidding. This is a coin called Pepe. Pepe. And there are several imitators, but this coin is consolidating nicely. I have virtually made my money back on this coin already. I should have sold out last time it was at one of those highs and just waited, but this meme has such a huge community, and I'm not real big on the meme coins, right? I do have some Doge, and I have some Pepe, and I even bought some Wrecked just as a joke, a few bucks in Wrecked, just so I could say I got Wrecked. And Wrecked honestly has done very badly. Let me show you this. It's in a nice consolidation bowl, right? Let me up the chart down to like a 15-minute. I bought it right around here, I think, 20 or 21, and I sold it the first time up at 38, so I made profit on it, pretty big profit, almost doubled my money, which what I like to do on these meme coins, because they're so volatile, is if I feel like it's going to do really well, I'll take half of what I bought into it, and I'll sell it at twice the value, right? So say you buy in at 10 cents, this has got a bunch of zeros or whatever, but say you bought it at 10 cents, and I'm sorry if I'm giving you guys vertigo from flipping the phone back and forth. I don't know how to do it better. In fact, maybe I can do it like this. Does that work? Oop, did I break it? Oh, no, that works. Okay. So now I can see exactly what you guys are seeing. Can I zoom in? Oh, that does not look good. What the hell is Pepe? Pepe it's a meme coin, right? That is 100% a meme coin. And I have a little bit of Doge, and I have a little bit of Pepe, and I have a little bit of Wrecked. Now, Wrecked is forming a consolidation bowl, right? Oh, wait, now you got to turn it this way so I can show you guys. Click the button. So this is forming a nice consolidation bowl. I bought in like down here, and I sold for the first time somewhere up in here. So I made almost twice my money on it, and I sold about half of what I originally had. So I made almost my entire initial investment out of it. And now it's forming a consolidation bowl, which should come down here and flatten out real nice and start back up. And that's on the 15-minute time frame. We'll switch to like 30. So it'll come over here. Oop. It'll come down here, flatten out real nice, and come back up and form a handle, which will make it look like it's going down again, and then it pumps. And the measured move for that is usually the bottom of the bowl to the top of the bowl, which would put it at higher than its all-time high, around 50. We'll call it cents, but it's not really cents. It's like deep fractions of a cent. Forward facing looks a lot smoother. Wait. So which one? My face or the other one looks smoother? Which one looks smoother? I don't know which one's the forward facing and which one's the back facing one. Pick my nose on camera here. Hang on. When I show you guys the charts or when I show you my face, which one looks smoother? I know which one looks smoother, if you get what I'm saying. Because I'm the Crypto Clingon. What was that guy's... I watched some Star Wars, but it was way back in the day. So what was that guy's... the other one with the flashlight? Okay. So this way looks smoother. Oops. Hang on. So this way looks smoother. Yes, no, maybe. I know there's a delay, so just hit me when you can. Anyway, this is forming a nice consolidation, accumulation bowl, rather. It's going to come back up, stop, I don't know, somewhere in this neighborhood, or maybe even the full bowl. Comes out crispy wispy. All right, good. And then it's going to form a handle, so it'll look like it's going down again, and then it's going to fire up. So, but right now it's at a really low. So this is a great accumulation range. But it's a meme coin. And meme coins are dangerous. Like, they can literally drop to zero. It could happen. So anything you put into it, which is why I was smart about, like I said, I bought in this area, and then I sold my first half of it up in this area, making almost my entire investment back. So I've got I think I bought 18,000 or something, maybe more than that. So I've got a wrecked sell down here, and if this one actually does sell, then it'll make $1 million. If this one sells, then it'll make $5 million. Now, are those likely to happen? No, this thing has to 10,000x to do that. So during this bull run, it's dang near an impossibility for that to happen. But if it does, that ain't going to bother my feelings at all. So it's in a wonderful accumulation bowl, but it's a meme coin. You got to be careful with these meme coins. They're dangerous. And just like Pepe, that's a meme coin. But Pepe has such a huge community with Pepe that I really feel like it's going to do work. Will it become the next Doge? I don't know. A lot of people are touting or hoping that it will. Will it upset SHIB as the secondary meme coin or whatever? Maybe, I don't know. But it has such a huge community. Like if we go over to Twitter, I'm showing off all my Twitter crap, notifications and whatnot. We go to, let's see, where's trending? How do you even find what's trending nowadays even? Search, wait, trending. What's happening? Show more. Got to be careful because Twitter has some nasty crap that comes up sometimes.
We need ain't nobody got time for that coin.
No, I don't know about that. Doge is dead. No, Doge is actually gaining a little value today. And there is a chance that Doge is going to greatly increase because, I mean, they removed Twitter's bird up there, the little tweeter bird guy, and they put it as the Doge for a little while. Elon Musk did that for fun. And hang on, let me search. What is this thing? What was I saying? I was searching for. Trending. Trending, is that how that works? Political crap. I don't know how to work Twitter. I like Twitter. It's okay. But I don't know how to work it. Latest videos. Top. Pepe has been on this. It's got like almost 3 million tweets. And during the whole dump, the dumperoo that happened with Bitcoin, the bear market of April, what was it? April 18th or April 19th or something like that till April 26th, during that whole giant bear market of like a week. Let me show it to you on the chart, matter of fact. During this, here it is. What time frame? Well, that's the daily time frame. Let's switch over to like the 4 hour so you guys can see it a little bigger. All right. During the bear market from, what day is this? This is 23rd, my bad. From April 23rd all the way to April 26th. You know, the 3-day bear market. I guess you could take it back all the way to Sunday the 16th. Instead of, that was the 19th, my bad, not the 23rd. So the 19th until today, that week-long bear market. I don't know. I forgot what I was even saying now. But we survived that bear market, so to speak. And I'll tell you what this is. This is government sell-off number 2, technically, because they did one earlier in the year. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe that was it. I don't know. It's another government sell-off. And then today, they've already confirmed the 2 giant government wallets came out when the price got back up, and boom, did a giant sell-off, all in the span of about an hour. I think 45 minutes. In fact, we can go back and look at the 1 hour candle. Yep, all in the span of under an hour. Giant government sell-off. And now, see, we're doing on this 1 hour, actually. Looks like the stochastic RSI is resetting, so that's good. Although it's in a little bit of a rising wedge pattern right here on the 1 hour, so I'm not particularly fond of those. Those like to dump on you about 60% of the time. RSI is about middle, and the Stokes have reset, and the seller momentum is decreasing on the MACD. So, I mean, it could have another big pump. I think it's going to, based on the fact that we've tweezered back down, so it's going to come back up. But in general, that's a new rising wedge, which I'm not really fond of. But if we take it down to the smaller time frames, like the 5-minute or even the 15, this was a bear flag, and it pumped. And this is potentially a bear flag. Let me shrink it back down some more. No, see, it's not exactly. It's a falling wedge, but it's not exactly recouping any of whatever it's falling. Let me go to the 1 minute time frame. Maybe it's recouping a little bit. Yeah, a tiny bit, but see, I don't like to trade the tiny time frames because that gets really volatile. Pepe will be the new SHIB, you think? My point is, during all that Bitcoin dump, Pepe has remained pretty damn consistent, whereas none, zero, Zippo, none of the meme coins have managed to do that. Like, all the meme coins took a big fat dump when Bitcoin took a big dump. If you don't mind me asking, how much in percentage have you made so far from taking these classes? Well, technically the return on investment for me right now is infinite. But that's because I was fortunate and lucky enough to get into his classes, at least for this month, for free. But it's worth paying for, so I will pay for it. But he charges $99 a month and $60 a class, and the classes are weekly. Now, I don't know for sure that I would do the classes because that's basically a beginner guide. And, you know, I've been through one of them, and I'll keep doing his weekly meetings that he does and whatnot. But it's worth it, in my opinion. As far as return on investment, $99, yes, $99 a month and $60 per weekly class on Tuesdays. That's what he charges. So 99 beans a month, as he calls it. But right now, my investment, I don't mind showing you guys. Hang on, a lot of traders won't do this. Let me make sure there's no important information there. Looks pretty clean. Hang on. Let me. All right. What?
You could put out.
Hang on. Let me switch the angles up here a little bit. All right, there we go. That's better. So, my initial investment, Hangway, was $5,000. I know this looks like a bit of a loss here, right? That's not $5,000. Go figure, right? My initial investment was $5,000. That was basically our tax return. And so on here, this particular exchange, I now have $4,811.47 wrapped up in Bitcoin, BNB coin, and a little bit of Doge. Although I wish I hadn't bought the Doge here because they charge fees for all those meme coins. But a lot of it is, now I gotta hide this again. Give me 1 second, folks, ladies and gents and turtles. Let's duplicate this tab. Bring it over here. Over to the wallet and make sure it doesn't have any important information that I can't be sharing. Does your desk have mold on it? What the? No. What mold? Are you talking about my thing here? This ain't mold. This is my oh, this ain't mold either. This is the dryer thing. That's glue. That's old glue. And this is the dryer thing. It is really, really ugly. So I needed to start cleaning it. So I started cleaning it when I was bored today. Mold. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, let me make sure there's no important information here. No, okay. And some of these investments are down. I thought your mouse pad was mold. Oh, no. No, I don't have any mold.
How are you bringing mold in my home?
All right. So, $5,000, 4,000. Where it's at, 4,811. Let's tally this up, ladies and gents. Calculator. 4,811. We'll leave the pennies off because pennies. Plus, where'd the calculator go? Here it is. Plus, this is a USD value of 28.70. So that's my $5,000 so far, from $5,000 to $7,681, and ironically, that's down almost $1,000 because that was at $8,600. So we're down almost $1,000 with this Bitcoin dump because the meme coins took a giant dump, but still up overall on our investment. So there's where I'm at. I don't mind showing you. I'm not some super duper rich trader or whatever. I'm just now learning. Oh, see, I was right. It's coming back. We're trying to. Ooh, I don't know if I'm showing you guys the right thing or not. Anyway, what do you think, Hangway? Do you want me to start? Oh no, showing off my messy house. Do you want me to start doing like streams and showing off the trading charts and whatnot? Yes, no, maybe. Because I'm thinking I'm going to start doing that. I'll start teaching you guys some of what I've been learning from these classes. Because I love Sam. I love Crypto Lifer, man. He's awesome. I've been learning so much from his classes. Obviously, he charges for it, and he damn well should, because he makes... I mean, the dude's been doing it 15 years, and he's got an accuracy rating of 80 to 90%. That's pretty crazy. If I had to be 100% honest with you, my accuracy rating is probably like 75 to 80, maybe 85. But I also, like, what he does is he sets a trade and he can forget it. I set a trade and I stare at it. Like, I don't leave that thing. If I set a trade and I'm not very confident that it's going to make it, I stare at it so I can move my stop loss. And basically, if it starts to turn the other direction more than I want to, then I'm like, all right, time to pull out of it and take my profits. And even with that, you know, that's why my accuracy rating is as high as it is, I think. Because there's been a few trades that if I hadn't stared at them, in fact, there's been a few where I had to like go to pick up my son from school or whatever else, and I ended up the trade ended up going the opposite direction on me, and that's real life at its finest, right? Like, I can't stare at this thing all day every day, so I got no one to blame but me for doing the trade. So let's see. This is nearly the moment of truth. We're on the 5-minute time frame on this Chain GPT coin. Is it trying to make the shoulder head into another shoulder, or is it beginning the pattern for a bull flag? If it's a bull flag, I need to buy back in. Down here, that'll still be a tiny profit. And I don't know if you guys can see it. I should turn it back over here so that way you guys can see it. What?
No, it's going knees and toes, knees and toes.
Knees and toes, knees and toes. Here, let's get even a 1 minute. See, on the 1 minute, and this I don't have. This isn't trade view, so it doesn't have all my fun stuff. All I got is volume down here. So let's pull it up on trade view and take a look at it. This is CGPT, and that is, I'm doing it on MEXC, and that is tether wrapped, so USDT. All right, so here we are. On the 1 minute time frame, this is forming a rising wedge. That is a bear flag, which has a chance of dropping about 64 to 68% chance of going to the downside. On the, see, I'm really bad at this, drawing on stuff. Switch it up to here. We'll go to the 5 minute time frame. I kind of see it there too. It's the rising wedge. On the 5 minute, I can see, let's see, how do I do this? I guess I could just draw on it, like the brush. I see a shoulder, a head, and this could be forming a shoulder. And that's a reversal pattern with almost a 70% chance to the downside. So that's two indicators that show down. However, the thing you always have to be open-minded when doing these trades. Can I back these up? Yeah, okay, I can do it that way. I'd be up for some Crypto Clingon knowledge. Must show honor to your family. What was it that guy used to say on Star Trek? I gotta go look that up if I'm gonna be the Crypto Klingon. What I need to be open-minded for is this could be the start of a much longer, in fact, we'll go ahead and move it out to like a 30-minute time frame, a much longer bull flag, a consolidation flag. Let me grab this and put it right down to here. And see, the measured move for one of these, that's a 68% chance to move to the upside, is the length of the pole. And the length of the pole would then put us up at, depending on where it breaks out at, say it breaks out right here. Oh my gosh, I'm really bad. How do I get up there? Oh, there we go. That's how he does that. That would give us a measured move of almost 16.2 cents. And I don't think you can see that because of the glare. There it is. 16.2 cents. That would be nice profit. So we got to be open-minded to that. And we can see it broke out of the flag a tiny bit right there. And we'll zoom in. Whoa. And we'll zoom in, trying this again, right there. So yeah, maybe I'll start doing these streams on my computer and showing you guys. Now, the other things we got to be aware of, this is the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, the stocks RSI has potential to dump on us because it's showing overbought. And we're also seeing low seller momentum. So there's not a ton of people buying on it right now. And we're basically going into the red on this 30-minute time frame. We'll go to the 1 minute. Ooh, that is really tight. So that's good consolidation. Oh, never mind. I had it way too zoomed in. So it's decent consolidation on the 1 minute time frame. And the 1 minute is showing, again, the same sort of thing, showing overbought on the stocks regional strength index, even on the just standard regional strength index. And you don't really want to follow this one too heavily. It's showing a little bit overbought. It's in that wave, in the upper end of that wave. Now, does that mean it's not going to skyrocket? No, it still could. It 100% could. You have to be open-minded to all things in these trades. But it is showing a little bit overbought on the stocks RSI, which is a bit more reliable, I feel like. It is showing overbought, and we see pretty low buyer momentum here. It's getting ready to shift into the seller phase right here. And that's, as you can see, that's usually when you start seeing these little dumpity dumps. So I'm open-minded to it being a potential bull flag, but right now, higher indications show me that either this is going to be a double top, an M pattern, or a double top, which has a measured move of the length of the M, and we'll do it like this. This would be its measured move to the downside. That's usually after the M is formed, so we can even say double that. And that would bring the measured move down to somewhere around 10.5. To be honest, I got no idea what you're saying. See, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't either at first. I have been religiously watching Sam Price, that's the crypto lifer, and learning everything he can possibly teach. Buy NVIDIA when it's low and sell when it's high. I short sell a lot. Yeah, day trading. In fact, let me look at Bitcoin again. Tiny little M pattern. What is this, 3-minute chart? I don't like trading that tiny of a chart. 5 minute. 5 minute almost looks like it has legs. It's showing like almost a bull flag, but it's really a lot of negative here. Not too many green comebacks. But here's the green comebacks right here. So if we need to take this out to a larger time frame is what we need to do. See. Oops, I don't even know if I was showing you guys really well. Oh, I'll tell you what else I just saw on this larger time frame. First off, I don't know if I can draw on this one as well. This is the Binance chart. This is what's called an Adam and Eve, although the belly for the Eve is a little shallow. But you could also call this, if you forgive that a little bit, a cup and handle, which has a measured move of the middle of the cup to the top, meaning Bitcoin could be coming back up to 30,000, potentially. This one has something like a 58 to 68% chance to move to the upside if it's playing out of the cup and handle. And we would know if it's doing that. And then on the 15-minute time frame, we would know basically in the next 2 hours to 3 hours whether it was doing that. So feel free to quote me on it. Feel free to look at it. None of this, absolutely none of this is ever going to be financial advice. So don't ever trade based on what you see me doing. Oh, hey, I can draw on this one. Cool. So this would be the handle. Sammy Cup and Handy. That's what he likes to call himself, the crypto lifer. This would be the handle. And how do I draw? Just the paint thing? Yeah. Oh, maybe. This would be, oh, that's really tiny. Can I change that? Pencil. We'll go with white. That's a little better. Can we make it fatter? Fatter. Yeah, okay. So there's the cup and handy. And that has a measured move from the base of the cup to the rim of the cup. Probably be more like out here. But, okay, so that doesn't say 30,000. The measure move would be more like 29,000, almost 800. Still, that's a move in the right direction. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. If that's how it decides to play out. And we see like I said, the Adam and Eve almost, although the Eve side of it is really shallow, the Adam and Eve double bottom. Let's go to the hourly time frame, see how this looks. So you can even almost, like, you gotta kind of use your imagination, but you can almost say that's an Adam and Eve bottom there. And since the hourly is so short, you can't really see much of the flag yet. You really have to allow it to flag out a little more. Now, like I said, you got to be open-minded. I'll tell you what else I see here. Let me remove these fancy... Oh my gosh. Is the remove button not... There it goes. Now it's starting to remove the drawings and stuff. There. Tell you what else I see here. And I showed you this right toward the beginning. That is a... If I can get it to... Work with me here. Work with me. I definitely should be doing this on TradeView. This is a rising wedge. And that has a chance to break down. Now, I have somewhere on here here it is, patterns. Rising wedge. Bloop. Is that a bearish rising wedge? Yeah. That's a bearish pattern on the larger time frame, the 1 hour time frame, which could dump on you. Now, we are reasonably, I don't want to say safe here, you're never safe, but the stocks RSI is reset, which is good because that means it could come back up. We're not exactly oversold, but we're not oversold per se on the, here, can I zoom into just this? No. Can I zoom into just the RSI? Oh, here we go. We're not exactly oversold, but we're not overbought anymore on the RSI, the Regional Strength Index. So now how do I get out of it on this? There. Oh, same way. Okay. I'm learning. Although, like I said, I like to do these on... Oh, there it is. That's exactly what I said was going to happen, isn't it? I was showing you right there. I said I was open-minded to the bear flag, and maybe it still is going to consolidate into a bear flag. I need to wait for this rung to hit right here and see if it starts coming back up. If it is, it's a bear flag. If it does not start coming back up after touching the bottom of this pattern, then we're looking at an M shape or a double top, or even, like I said earlier, a shoulder head into shoulder pattern, and all three of those are bearish patterns. They all tend to drop down. We're looking at on the 15-minute time frame. It looks a lot cleaner. Shoulder head into a shoulder. It's now starting to form the other side of that shoulder. But I got to be open-minded to this bull flag. It could potentially be a bull flag, which would give us a measured move up to, like I said, 16.2 cents or so. Although you can't really see it because of the glare. Excuse me. There you go. Yeah, like the stream if you guys like it. Who else have we got in here? I saw a couple other people have joined in. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing right now with, this is Chain GPT. It's not a meme coin like Pepe is. Pepe is totally a meme coin, and it's in a nice, long cup and handy. It's in a solid accumulation phase. Same with Rect. Rect is probably at the bottom of its pattern for its accumulation phase. If you're into meme coins, it'll be a good entry point, but you gotta bear in mind. What's up, Jen? Don't really know what's going on. I'm showing off some patterns. I don't want to call him a friend of mine, but someone in one of the comments called me and I can see why here. Let me switch the camera back. They called me a Klingon, a Caucasian Klingon. And I'm not blind to it. I 100% see why they called me that. And I laughed at it. So I was like, you know what? If I start doing crypto chart reading or whatever, then crypto might have to be my handle. Might be what I have to go by. Because that's just way too funny. I can't believe we've already been streaming for an hour. Holy crap. I'm sitting here holding my phone up, tiring out my arm for over an hour. What else did you realize, Hangway? I need to take a sip of my water. I need to start drinking lemon water. tell you something, I don't regret it, but I wish I had done it. Right here, let me switch camera again. This is an AI coin, I think. I recognized this bottom right here at 50. I was like, this would be the perfect entry point. Problem is, I did not have any spare money to put into it at that time. And what did it go and do? It literally went up 150%. Oh, that would have been so nice. Even if I just had a spare $100, that would have been a $50 gain off of that trade. Because I knew it was coming. 100% knew it. I just didn't have any spare money that I wanted to pull out of any other coins. Some of them were down. I don't like to pull out other coins when they're down, because then you're basically losing the trade. And I'm stubborn about that. I don't like to lose money. So yeah, we're in a nice accumulation phase for these two meme coins, if you believe in meme coins. If you don't, meme coins can drop to zero. They can. You could even argue that we're in a decent accumulation phase for SHIB AI, but that's a pretty deep bowl. And maybe it'll do great. This is another, I think it's a meme coin, but it uses SHIB. It has the AI in the SHIB, and I don't know why that is. And this is that Shiba Inu, right? Pepe is trying to flip SHIB right now. And it's up right now. Compared to where I bought it at anyway. I do have a little bit of SHIB. Where is it? I have it on sell order just to not accidentally sell it. If it does what Doge did and comes all the way up to 11 cents, then I'll sell that and make a nice cool $1 million. Is it likely to do that? No, probably not. Or at least not this bull run. We'll see. It wouldn't hurt my feeling if all of these trades played out. If every one of these trades played out, that'd be 5 million, 8 million, 9, 10 million. That'd be great. But I don't see it happening. All that off of the $3 million that I, or 3 million, 3 million. The $3,000 I invested into here, which were basically the profits. Even though I don't know what's going on, it seems exciting. I've been enjoying it, trading and learning it more. Like, I am in a paid course from a guy called Crypto Lifer. He's been trading now for 15 years. $3 million? No, I have not invested $3 million. I invested $3,000. What is that, 3 million pennies? I don't even think that's 3 million pennies. Let's see. Is he rich? Crypto Lifer? Crypto Lifer is... I don't know that he would consider himself rich. I know he started with almost nothing, and he's been trading 15 years, and he just started crypto in like 2016, and he's got a net worth of over $1 million, so, he's in the millionaires club. I'll give him that. He's going down to Florida here this summer, and he's buying 2 houses. I got nothing but respect for the guy. I got nothing but positive things to say about him. And he charges, like I said, he charges something like $99 a month for his trading group, and he charges $60 a week for his weekly class. And I was fortunate enough to get in there without having to pay for it. Consider that pretty well off in my book. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he started out with almost nothing. He's self-made. I got respect for him. I'm learning it, and I intend to start streaming it, and streaming what I'm learning. And if I can teach some of you guys, obviously that'll be great. And especially because if I can do it and I'm not charging anything because I'm still new at it, but if you guys can learn something to improve your financial situation, then that would be great and not have to pay for it. If I do this for 5 or 10 years and I start getting really good at it, maybe I'll start charging for it like he does. Maybe not $99 a month or whatever, but I don't know. He's great. I like him. I learned a lot from him so far off of trading. Just watching his trades. I religiously watch him, and I religiously go through here into his trading group. I'm going to show it off briefly on Discord. Excuse me. I religiously go through. See, he's posting more charts right now. He's got his Bitcoin update, what he projects is going to happen through Bitcoin. And then, his last trade. He nailed it right there, showing it off. And you got to pay $99 for this. I kind of want to watch his Bitcoin update. Do you guys want to watch it with me?
All right, everyone. Here's our Bitcoin update.
Oh, his audio is horrible. He's in a hotel, I think, now because he is going down to Austin, Texas. Anyway, yeah, I'll show this off so you guys maybe can learn something. Give the server invite. I can give you an invite to the server, but you won't have access to all this. You got to pay the $99 to get into his trade group, and it's totally worth it, in my opinion. Not financial advice, all that jazz. I think it's totally worth it. Like he is, and it's all about positivity too. If you come in there and talking negative or whatnot, he's gonna be real upset about it. Anyway, like I said, you guys can get a real short taste of this man's knowledge. Let's watch. And you can see kind of what I've been looking at.
Back in the hotel, Wi-Fi's working.
I don't know if you can hear that.
So look, we get a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. Massive.
Can you guys hear that okay? Do I need to turn that up? Oh, I can't turn it up anymore. Well, maybe I can turn it up a little bit more. How's the audio? I imagine it's horrible because you're going from phone to computer to all that jazz. Not really. See, yeah, that would be something maybe I'd have to show off on a computer stream. But yeah, like that's who I've been learning the vast majority of my technical analysis from for charts. All right, so this is the chain GPT we were looking at a minute ago. Now it's hard to say whether it's deciding to do a double top or if it's deciding to do a bull flag. We still got to give it a little more time. That's a 15-minute time frame. Switch over to the 3-minute. And with the 3-minute, obviously I'd have to adjust it because the candles are a little bit in different positions. Let's adjust it a tiny bit. And this one needs to go down a teensy bit. That's still potentially a bull flag. If it stays in this pattern and comes back down and follows this flag a little bit, it's eventually going to break up. There's a 68% chance for it to break up out of the bull flag. If it is consolidating into a bull flag. Price action will get tighter and tighter. A bull flag, yes. Let me show you. These are some of our trading patterns we go off of. So this would be, where is the bull flag? This is a bullish pennant. Here it is, bullish falling wedge. That's whenever we say flag, that's all of these patterns that look sort of like flags. There's a pole, and then you can see the flag pattern here. What would this be? Would this be ascending triangle? Or, no, that would look like falling wedge, a slightly falling wedge. Maybe even a pennant. It's too soon to tell whether this is a bullish pennant or a bullish falling wedge. We would need to come down. Right now, it's showing, in fact, if I want to key into this, price action's getting really tight really fast, and that right there is either a bullish pennant, as shown right here, that has about a 64% chance to break to the upside, or it is a symmetrical triangle, which is a 50-50 pattern. But like I showed earlier, it also has the shoulder, head into shoulder vibe, potential M pattern right here, potential double top. So those are all downward trends. However, it did not come through with that rest of that downward trend. So I'm still going to break this back out the way it was and call this the flag. But I'm open to it being like a bull pennant or a symmetrical triangle. And both of those would be, or at least the bull pennant would be a bullish pattern. Because it definitely, I mean, I can see the consolidation. Price action's getting really tight. If it decides to suddenly shoot up, then that would just prove that's exactly what it was. But I did sell out of it, so I would hope that it would come down. If it's going to remake this pattern, I would hope that it comes down to here before it starts going back up again. Give me a new entry point. When will you decide to sell? I already sold. I took profits. I took $470 profits off of this. No, well, not $470 profits. More like $20 profit. $450 initially in this one. Yeah, entry point would be my rebuy in. See, if it's showing, because I took profits right about here, somewhere in here, seeing that it was coming up to the top, it was looking like a shoulder into a head, and I was expecting to see a right shoulder come out of it, and that's a reversal pattern to the downside. So I sold out somewhere in here, expecting it to do the rest of the dump, and then I was going to rebuy it back in somewhere around 9 to 11 cents, somewhere in here. And it could still play out and do that. But if it decides to follow this pattern here, now if it stays really flat here, then I'm not going to get a new buy-in opportunity. Well, I guess I could down here. So I did technically sell right about this, a little higher than that. That would be a slight profit if it decided to shoot up. But I'm hoping for a larger move for it to come back down. And if it follows this pattern, then this will be a good buy opportunity right down here. But you got to let it play out. I'm going to stick with my gut on this, and I sold it at a slight profit. So if it decides to go to the moon, it would suck because I'm sold out of my position on it, but still profit a little bit. Just means I didn't wait long enough is all that would mean on that particular coin. Hey, Doge. I don't own any of this one, but I keep an eye on it because I did own a little bit of it at one point. This was several days ago. Let me go back to the 30-minute chart. Yeah, here's where I saw it making some really impressive highs, and I bought in it. We're going to call it cents, but you see how many zeros there are before the decimal point. I bought in at like 17-ish, right around here, and I was like, yeah, that'll be great. And then it continued to dip. I'm like, crap, that's not good. And then it came back up, and I was like, oh, good, an opportunity to sell. This was a span of, I really bought into this just for a short while to get out of it while it was in this bottom, because I was interested in getting into another coin, but I bought into it in case it decided to rip, because this is a falling wedge. But the wedge continued, and it had me out of the money for like 8 or 10 hours during this course, where I sold it at a very slight profit, but then it went to the moon. You know, it ended up doubling in profit. If I'd have stayed in it, I could have doubled or almost even tripled my money. If I'd have bought in at 13 cents and it ended up going all the way to 35 cents, that's almost tripling the profit right there. But I'm still learning, and that was simply me getting out of it, taking a $50 profit and getting it out way too soon, when I could have, instead of making 50, I could have literally tripled the money I had into it. And I think I only had a couple $100 in it, so I took a $50 profit on $200, so I came out with like $250. But if I'd have stayed in, I would have come out with nearly $600. So, but you know, like they say, hindsight's 20/20, and I'm still learning. Patience is my biggest thing that I need to learn, honestly. So we're seeing very low momentum right now on ChainGPT. So it's not really wanting to make a direction on which way it wants to go. I can see the symmetrical triangle. I can see it as a bull pennant. But I come out to the larger time frame, and I can still sort of see it making the head into, or a shoulder into a head into a shoulder, and break into the downside. I got to let this one just play out and decide what to do with it. I don't want to buy back into it because I'm confident it will come back down. I see more reversal patterns for a downtrend than I see for the uptrend. I see 2 potential uptrend. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 potential downtrend patterns. So I just got to go with my gut on this one, and my instinct and my little bit of technical analysis that I've learned so far, and say it's probably coming back down. And if it does come back down, then buying it back in this range would be, you know, this is a line of support right here, because you can see it coming all the way across. So right as it gets ready to try to hit this line of support, that would be a good buy-in opportunity at about 11 or 12 cents. Or rather, 11 cents, somewhere in there. That'd be a good buy opportunity. And I'd put the same amount that I sold, which was about a $20 profit, but then I put the whole 470 back into it, and then instead of selling, because I sold, where is it? Let me go to Mexi here. I got $470, and that's off a $450 investment, but that's a long investment for a $28 profit. That's been weeks, because this has been a slow-moving coin. So $20 over a couple of weeks, not a great profit, but still it is a profit. And it's been all the way down here, which was at a loss because I bought it at about 12. So I'm glad to see the positive move. Don't get me wrong. I didn't want to sell at a negative. But if it comes back down, if I decide to buy it at 11 cents after selling it at, I sold it at 13.3. If I buy it at 11 with that same amount of money, then I go from 3,500 of these coins or tokens or whatever you call it to 4,200. So that's an increase in 700. That's increasing like a sixth of my, I guess, wealth in Chain GPT. So the next time it comes up there, instead of selling it for 470, we'll say if I sold 42,000 of them at 13 point whatever, let me do the math on this. So 4205.99. This is all like the more popular the better. Yeah, hang on. The more people use the coin to buy stuff, the more it's worth. Yeah, basically the more people buy into it, the more value it has. Most of these coins, now this one is a little different, but like these meme coins have no intrinsic value. It's literally just a meme coin. The only value it has is the value that people have placed on it by buying into it and spending a certain amount of money on it. This one is based on an AI technology, so it's sort of like a stock. Okay, what is crypto? Oh, Lord, that's a loaded question. Crypto is decentralized finance. So when you give your money to the bank, say you give a bank $100, they give you a receipt for your $100 invested into that bank. And what they immediately turn around and do with that $100 is they loan out $90 of it. They only ever keep, it's actually a little less than 10% of what you put in the bank. They take the other 90, 91, 92, 93% of whatever you put in, and they're going out there and finding ways to invest in it to make money. They buy people's debt and a profit off the interest. They loan it to the government and profit off of that interest. They invest into stocks in some cases, and some banks even invest into crypto, and they take 90+% of your money that you invest into it, and they buy assets, or at least what they think are going to be cash flowing assets, to increase the money that they have in there. So if, say, more than 10% of the people at any given point in time went to a bank and wanted all their money out, then the bank would have to start selling some of those assets, sell some of the debts, or sell some of their stocks, or sell whatever they can to start actually coming up with the money that's in the bank, because most of that money is not in the bank. So that is a centralized process. Once you put the money in there, it becomes the bank's money, and they give you basically a note or an IOU, and that's where your money's at. So in the bank, everyone says it's your money, but no, it's the bank's money, and you have an IOU that the bank owes you for that much money. Now, in crypto, there is no central system. All of the nodes or all of the systems kind of check against one another to find where your money's at and to prove that it's there. It's a blockchain system. So there is no central authority over that money. So it's, in some ways, services the nation, because there is no central authority, no one manipulating the money, and no one doing what's called fractional reserve lending, which basically means for every $10 you put in the bank, they're loaning out $9 of that $10. There's no way to do that through crypto. So you have more control over your money. So if I make a coin, you buy into it, and I take your money and invest it somewhere else, that's what banks do. That's not what crypto does. That's what banks do. And literally every single bank in existence does fractional reserve lending. If you put $100 in there, sure, tomorrow you can go and ask for that $100, but that $100 that you get, that you pull out, it would be $10 of your own money and then $90 that they had to pull out of other people's accounts to give you the $100 back. Because as soon as you put $100 in there, they're taking 90 of it and they're investing it in other places. That's called fractional reserve lending. And the scary part about that is that's why Silicon Valley Bank and all these banks are falling apart now, because interest rates have increased. So some of the assets that they purchased, some of these interest-bearing assets, are not making them enough money to cover their withdrawals. So if more people come to take all their money out, like you think everybody put all this money in, so they should be able to easily go and get that money. No, the bank only keeps about 10% of whatever you put in. It's actually a little less than that. 10% of any money that you put into it. The rest of it's out there going to work to try to make them more money. So when more than 10% of the people, for example, just to keep numbers simple, go and ask for all their money back, in this case, it was like 40% of the people plus in Silicon Valley went and tried to withdraw all their money. They did not have the money to cover it. So they had to start selling some of their assets. First, they were pulling it out of other people's accounts who hadn't come to pull out their money yet. But when then more and more and more people kept coming and trying to get their money out, it's called a bank run. And they did not have the money to cover it. So their stocks dropped because they had to start selling out and liquefying some of their assets at a loss of money to start covering some of these withdrawals. And that's what started the bank run. And then that forces a bank to collapse, declare bankruptcy because they don't have enough money to cover what they need to pay people. And then the federal insurance, FDIC, will come in and cover up to $250K of any depositor. But because that was a lot of venture capital banking at Silicon Valley, a lot of those depositors had way more than $250K in their accounts. Some of them had millions, like hundreds of millions of dollars. And $250K is barely a scratch on the surface of that. So the FDIC came in and said, yeah, we'll cover it all. Don't worry, you'll get all your money back. But how are they going to do that? The FDIC says, oh, we'll get it from other banks. Other banks are like, no, we didn't make this mistake. Why are you going to charge us fees and us money? So other banks are not going to pay that. It's going to come from them turning on the money printer, which is going to devalue our dollar even more. Now, even if, let's take the hypothetical and say, even if they manage to get it from all the private banks and other banks, you know what's going to happen? If they get it through those bank fees or whatever else, the banks are going to pass it on to the people. Those banks didn't cause the problem. They're not the ones responsible, so they're going to increase the amount of their fees, increase their late fees, increase their overdraft fees. The only way it's going to come out is through the individual people anyway. Banks aren't going to pay for it. That's a freaking pipe dream. So the realistic way that it's going to get paid for is the FDIC gets in touch with the Federal Reserve Bank, which I think is funny because the Federal Reserve Bank, a lot of people think is, an actual government program. First off, it's not. You can go to their website, I'll even do it right now. Federal Reserve Bank. Federal Reserve. There it is, Central Bank. The Federal Reserve, where's their actual website? Oh, Wiki might even tell you. Or the Fed is the central banking system of the United States. Where does it say it on here? Let's see. My point is, it is not a part of the government, which is funny because it says federal, which would make you think. Here, we'll break it up. Federal Reserve. Oh, it says system there. Federal Reserve Bank is what it's called. The Federal Reserve is not part of the government. It says so on their website, and it probably says in this wiki article, but we can go look it up if you don't believe me. So it's not part of the government. It's not a reserve. They don't hold any money. They don't hold any gold. They don't hold anything there. And it's not a bank. You can't go put money in and you can't take money out. So that's a clever little trick they're doing. But they have the authority to print money, which if we did would be 100% illegal. That would be straight up illegal. That'd be fraud. Let's see. Can I just search for the word not? Oh, that's on here a bunch of times. Continue operating. Not obtain credit. Notes. Oh, see, that's on there a whole lot of times. Let's just go to their website, because even on their website, I think federalreserve.gov, it says on here that they're not part of the government. I forgot where I found it earlier. Let's see. It'll take me a minute to find it again. About the Fed. Performs this, that, or other, blah, 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 blah. In the public interest. Yeah, right. explained. What is the purpose? Somewhere on this website, I remember stumbling onto it at one point, and I've seen it in all sorts of other videos too. It is not actually part of the government. Let's see. It is not a reserve because it doesn't hold any currency there, and it is not a bank. So that's the cute thing about the Federal Reserve. They've got us by the balls, so to speak. But the point is that I was trying to make earlier is what they're going to do to pay those depositors back to ensure 100% is they're going to print money, which reduces the value of all of our dollars. Right now, our dollar is basically devaluated almost 90%. I gotta drink some more water. I hate to say it. I'm patriotic and this is the best country ever, but our dollar is going down the tubes. It may not this year, it may not next year, but it is literally going down the tubes. Another 19 nations just applied to join the BRICS nation. Let's see. I want to find where that thing said. About the Fed. Oh, it's the same page. Golly, now I'm sitting here putting the test. I really wish I could find where I saw it on here, but it basically says it's not part of the government. Supervision and regulation, accessibility contracts, Freedom of Information Act. Here, I'll tell you what, this might be easier to find. Let's get a reference on here. Is the Federal Reserve Bank part of the government? It is privately owned. Here we go. Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. The Federal Reserve, the Fed, enjoys a unique public-private structure that operates within the government, but is still relatively independent of the government. It is not part of the government. It's the Federal Reserve Bank, the government. That's the same answer. It's like Inception there. Who owns the Federal Reserve? It is not owned by anyone. The Federal Reserve was created in 1913 by the Federal Reserve Act to serve as the nation's central bank. So it's not owned by the government. The Board of Governors in Washington, D.C. is an agency. I think this is where I found it earlier. But it's not the government. That's the big important thing. It is privately owned, at least 80% privately owned, with about 20% of government shared interest. So when they say it's for the common people's interest, that is straight up a lie. Oh, here we go. We're deciding what to do with ChainGPT now. Let me go back to here. So is it making the double top? Is it going to make the M shape? Is that going to be the shoulder that dumps us to the downside? Or are we going to bounce here? If we bounce here, I'm going to rebuy back into it at about 12.5 cents. Because that means it's likely that it's going to continue into this pattern that I drew and give us another upsurge. But we got to wait on it because this is a 3-minute time frame, so each one of these candles is only 3 minutes. So chances are I'll have to wait another half hour to an hour to see what it's going to do. See whether I buy back into it or not. For that matter, if it is a symmetrical triangle or a bull pennant, then it's going to turn around right about where it's at and start coming back up. So we're going to find out whether it's symmetrical or a pennant here very shortly within the next 3, 6, or 12 minutes. 3, 6 to 12, somewhere in there. If it does a reversal right about now and starts turning back up, then we'll know that it's in a pennant or in a symmetrical triangle, depending on where you draw the lines from. Whew! I've been learning a bunch on technical analysis for these charts. And it's kind of exciting to think then maybe I can start teaching some of you guys, do some streams on the computer instead of the phone. Just holding this phone for the last hour and a half now has been a little tiring. But like I said, I didn't want to do nothing today. I did not.
I'm not sure.
She's not sure either. Okay. Look at my pretty blues. So anyway, I didn't want to do anything today. Or I didn't want to do nothing. Didn't want to do anything. Oh, I did a lot today. I didn't want to do nothing today.
I didn't want to do nothing today.
I didn't want to do nothing today. So I was like, all right, I'll just do a quick stream. It's been an hour and a half now. It would have been less time, honestly, to just edit a video and put out a little tiny short. But I'm trying to diversify what I'm doing. She says, hi, wifey. Wifey, turn this way and say hey. There she is.
Who's saying hey?
This is Jen.
Oh.
Here, let me put it on the other camera. So there it is. Showing off wifey's mess now.
Okay, turn around.
Turn around? No, you're way prettier to look at. You're not a Klingon. You're crying? Why are you crying?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm zoomed in. Here, let me show you all her pores.
Ready?
What? I don't even see your hands. I was zoomed into your nose.
You trying to show my pimples and stuff?
Your pores?
My
Yes.
greasy thing?
We're going to go straight into wifey's pores.
No.
All right. I'm hoping Pepe decides to make a big move soon. Wifey is flawless. I 100% agree. See? She's trying to take my spot as hamster. You see this?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Jen's getting ready to try to come in here and try to marry you. Hey, what's up, newcomer to the stream? So we're doing a bit more dumping here.
We have to
This is what I want.
Is she a good kid?
Is she a good cook? Are you a good cook, Jen? How you feel about cleaning dirty houses? I'm kidding. Not really. I was cleaning this thing earlier today. That's the dryer vent or whatever.
I must stay with you only if you clean them.
I leave the tail. Oh no!
Where?
She says I leave the tails on the shrimp. I can clean though. God, that was the one thing bad about that gumbo we had. Is it was tails on the shrimp. Did I release a video about that?
I don't know.
How did you know about that? I don't remember releasing it. How'd you know about that, Jen? I don't remember releasing a video on it. Did I release a video on that?
She knows what's
Or is she just like a psychic? You're creeping me out, Jen. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on.
She's like, I know you got shrimp problems.
She has shrimp problems. So we're seeing a bit of a reversal here. It's deciding what it wants to do. I'm hoping that it goes ahead and takes that dump since I sold out of my position on it, so I can buy back at a much cheaper rate and increase my holdings. Like I said, I sold 35, and if I buy back at this rate, then I'll be at 4,200. I showed you and wifey a dinner I made forever ago, and you guys were laughing at me because I left the tails on. Yeah, see, we just this last, what was it, this weekend, honey? It was this weekend, right? Or was it last weekend? We had a gumbo last weekend made by a friend of ours. She had sausage and shrimp and chicken in it. It was delicious. But she left the tails on the shrimp. So, like, while we're sitting there eating, it's like great until you get to the shrimp. And you got to pull the shrimp out. And you got to pull the tail off of the shrimp. And then you can eat that bite. So I was like, dadgummit. The only thing is we should have took the tails off of these shrimp. Take your own tails off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should have taken our tails off our shrimp.
We nothing.
Yes, I slaved in that kitchen.
You did have nothing to do with we.
Listen, this weekend I made jalapeno poppers, and I made shrimp tacos, and I made guacamole, and I made...
Okay, what are the ingredients in guacamole?
There's avocado and some salt.
Okay.
Is there not salt? All right. And some salt and some lemon
What else?
and some cilantro.
What else?
Give me a hint. I'm running out of steam here. That's about what's it? Some onion maybe. I think there's some onion in there. a little bit of tomato. Oh, yeah, Jen, keep going. Ow! Don't hit me! What are you doing?
You getting help?
No, I slaved over a hot kitchen to. No, they made us shrimp taco. They, being my wife and our friend, this weekend made shrimp tacos. It had what was that sauce? It was like a ceviche almost. The lemony sauce. There was a lemony sauce and there was guacamole that went on the shrimp tacos. The white sauce with the cabbage in it.
The cabbage. It was cabbage.
It was a sauce by the time y'all were done with it. But anyway, it was delicious tacos, and she made jalapeno poppers. And see, these were poppers with cheese or jalapenos. They were like creamy. Yes, it was like a creamy sauce, and it had it was a little spicy and a little lemony, a little too lemony, I think, when you combine it with the
You're
guacamole.
not a fan of lemon.
Not a big fan, which is ironic because I'm gonna start drinking lemon water.
He's not a fan of lemon.
Not a
There
big
was a lot
fan.
of lemon.
There was a lot of lemon. I like lemon, but only
Which
a
was
little bit.
delicious. Which, by the way, I'm having the last of the shrimp tomorrow for lunch.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I'm stingy.
Yeah, I believe it. She's a food Nazi. My wife, she is. Like, whenever I get anything from anywhere, she can come over and just take a bite out of my plate or whatever, and it doesn't even really bother me. I'll play and I'll fuss and I'll joke about.
Touch her plate.
I'll joke about it. I know, but I can't do that to her.
No.
But exactly, she
your
is a food
I got
Nazi.
my food. You got your
She
food.
is
I got
a
my
food Nazi. All right, see now, I just noticed this is another reversal pattern on Chain GPT. This is the Adam and Eve top. That's a reversal pattern as well. That's about a 65% chance to drop to the downside. So you could call it a double top, you could call it an M-shaped pattern, but this is an Adam and Eve. And why they call it an Adam and Eve, I don't know, but the Adam is always like a spikier part, a penis, I don't know. And then the Eve is like the pregnant belly. I don't know how that works. I really don't. I don't know why they call it an Adam and Eve. But it's an Adam and Eve pattern, and that's an Adam and Eve top instead of a bottom, whereas this would have been sort of like an Adam and Eve bottom a little bit, but not really. Anyway, there's an Adam and Eve double top, and that's a reversal pattern to the downside. So we got the shoulder head into a big old fat shoulder here, hunchback. We got the double top, we got the M shape, and we got an Adam and Eve double top now, and all of these are reversal patterns that go to the downside. So I think selling where I sold is a good idea, because I think I still get the inclination that it's going to drop. And see, the measured move for this would be, can I draw on this chart? I don't think I can draw on this chart. Well, that's all right. I got it up over here. The measured move for this would be the length of, I think, either the bowl, the belly, or the Adam here, right here. It's not a huge measured move, mind you, but it would be, the measured move from this would be right down about where I wanted to buy it anyway. And it'd be right down here. See, this isn't coincidence. The measured move would be the downside right to here, and that's also the previous support. Right here, it's tied with the previous support. So that's most likely our move right now. Now, it wouldn't come down that fast. It'd probably continue the trend and be coming down like this. But that is our most likely move. Excuse me. And we can keep an eye on it, and we can find out. This is the kind of stuff that I am learning, how to use technical analysis of these charts to determine where they're going to go. That's how you can become a successful trader. You know, as they say, history doesn't repeat itself, but it really does rhyme. And these charts are a great indicator. And also, something else, this is something a tool I've got for Bitcoin. This is Bookmaps. It's a heat map. And it shows where liquidity is at. So Bitcoin shows that it could make a tiny little up move to 29,190 to clear some liquidity it's got up here. And these are people trying to short the market most likely. So they put their stop loss up here. And if it moves up there, then it's going to clear out the liquidity. So some people lose some money before a downward trend. And we got a large buy order or clear of stop losses down here at the 28.4, which if it moves that direction, that'd be horrible because I'm bought into Bitcoin right now, and hopefully I would see the pattern coming in. In fact, let's take a look, see what it's looking like right now on Bitcoin, see if I can determine any of these patterns. That's BTC, USD, because I trade directly in dollars instead of tethered dollars here, and we'll go to the Binance chart. Got to drive home from soccer practice. Thanks for all the info. Seems really interesting. Hopefully I can catch future streams. Yeah, I'm planning to start streaming this a little bit more, like I said. All right. So we had the horrible bear market that started over here on Wednesday. Oh, no, this is today. My bad. Bear market was over here. Let's increase this time frame. 30-minute time frame. Yeah, that's better. We've had this horrible bear market now that began on the 19th and has seemed to end today, but now we're definitely moving up and down. See, this was a government sell-off right here. They're all in a span of 1 hour. We can show you on the hourly time frame. This was a government sell-off right here. Happened at approximately 3 o'clock today. Somewhere in that 3 o'clock time frame. So between 2 and 4, I don't know, somewhere in there. But it was within the span of an hour. The government did a big sell-off. And so now we're in a rising wedge. And see, I don't like those rising wedge patterns because that tends to break down a lot of the time. If we sold right now, we'd be selling at a pretty solid profit. But I'd like to get it back up here. If we could sell up here. But see, I don't really know what it's going to do yet. In fact, you never know what it's going to do. I know nothing but for the fact of my own ignorance. You can never guarantee what Bitcoin's going to do. No one ever knows. But all we can do is use the technical analysis that we have in front of us. And see, this is a bear flag right here. Let's open this up to just show this. And let's shrink this down some. There we go. See, I'm learning how to do all this stuff. This is a bit of a bear flag. That's a rising wedge, a bearish rising wedge. And the measured move for this, unfortunately, would be the length of this pole if it decides to do that. And that would be at about right here, bringing us right back down to our former resistance. Like, once again, that's not coincidence. Our former resistance / support of the neighborhood of, say, if it did it from the top of the wedge here. This is assuming it comes all the way up here instead of coming right down here to do it. But it brings us actually below our former support of 27.3, down for a measured move of around 27,000 on the nose, if that plays out exactly like that. We'll have to see. I don't like that bearish rising wedge. I'd like to, in fact, I should end the stream so I could see what my mentor is saying his Bitcoin update is. I really need to know. See if it coincides with what I'm seeing here. I could play it here for you guys, but I don't think you guys will be able to hear it. And it's like 7 minutes long. The audio is horrible on it.
Everything seems good for the show tomorrow. So look, we get a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68%.
So he's showing the full falling wedge.
By Mt. Gox and the U.S. government. Complete manipulation. That was a flag. We were getting low. One thing though is if you look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour was extremely overbought. So regardless of what anyone says, and you saw me take profits of a lot, you gotta take profits, right? You can train that it's gonna keep going up, but if you just consistently close a trade in the win, you can't go wrong, right?
That's true.
Everyone, I used to worry about taxes, pay your taxes, and you know how many times I worried and stressed taxes, and it turned out that I waited too long to sell because I didn't want to wait for the year, and I just wanted to get that out of your mind. Make money. If you have to pay taxes, it would be a blessing, all right? So consider that a good thing. You want to actually have to pay. That means you make money, all right? So look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. It's hidden bullish divergence.
That is a hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame.
Come into this area, we could say it's negated, but the fact that that's not there and we can still touch, and look, we got the bounce. So this tells me that the 1 hour really has legs. Look how low the stochastics is. You could get a move here.
So he's bullish on it right now, saying that it's likely to jump up. I gotta look at some of these bigger time frames, see if I can see all this. All right. Let me corroborate this. All right. So we're searching right now for bullish divergence. And that's the bottom of the RSI. This swings down while price action is swinging up. So yes, this is hidden bullish divergence. which means you can tell it's a divergence when these two lines would intersect. And right here they would. You can tell it's not extreme divergence, but it is bullish divergence. Now we can also check for bearish divergence. So you can't really, it breaks out of the pattern, so you can't really see the bearish divergence. You have to go from top to top, and if you do it from here, then that's a smaller time frame, so I'd have to shrink this down. And see, there's no real divergence, that's parallel. And then if you do it, let's say like right here to here, you could argue that that's Class C bearish divergence right there. So, I mean, technically, you could even say that played out because they sold off here. But we're looking for the macro scheme, so a larger time frame, and I'm seeing hidden bullish divergence right here. So he's right, that is bullish divergence, and this is the 1 hour time frame. The stocks RSI is reset, so it does have some legs. It can bring us to the upside. In fact, we're growing on the candle right now. So I see where he's bullish from. But anyway, I'm going to finish the update. I've been streaming almost 2 hours now. I'm tired of holding this phone, so I'm going to go ahead and close it up for right now. Enjoyed the stream with you guys. Love you guys. Catch you guys later.